From the seasoning to the skillet, I'm showing you how to make restaurant-style chicken fajitas at home. Just like tacos, when it comes to making fajitas, toss the packet. You've got everything you need to make your own fajita seasoning. Chili powder, salt, paprika, sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, cayenne. And just give it all a whisk. Now I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. The cornstarch is going to help the seasoning adhere to the meat, but it's also going to help kind of create a little bit of a saucy texture at the end when the juices kind of come out of the meat. All gonna, thicken it up. Of course, I'm going to take this fajita seasoning and make fajitas. Let's get cooking. I'm making some delicious skillet chicken fajitas. To start, I'm going to slice and marinate my chicken. I'm going to use a combination of chicken breast and chicken thighs because I like it all. Main thing you want to remember when you're making fajitas is that you want your meat to be sliced thin so that it cooks really quickly. I typically like my chicken to be about a ½ inch thick and about 2 to 3 inches long. Next step into our fajitas is making a marinade. You want to marinate your meat, whether you're using chicken or steak. It's just going to deliver the best flavor. And after that marinated meat hits the skillet, it makes like a little crust. So much flavor. I'm going to crush up a couple cloves of garlic into a bowl. To that, I'm going to add in a couple teaspoons of red wine vinegar, the juice of a lime, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. Going to whisk that together with some olive oil. This, in combination with our fajita seasoning, is going to deliver the best flavor. I'm going to lightly coat my chicken with our fajita seasoning and then pour over the marinade and toss it all together. And these are going to be so good. You can just see all that flavor throughout the chicken. I'm going to cover this up. Stick it in the fridge at least an hour. There we go. Now we gotta prep our fajita veggies. Classic is peppers and onions. I'm using just yellow onions because I like the pungency there. And then I like the variety of colors of peppers. I'm gonna slice these really thin because we're doing skillet fajitas. How pretty is that? Don't let me catch you buying these in the frozen food section. Time to get cooking in a hot skillet. First thing to note is to make sure you have a big skillet and plan to cook it in batches so that everything gets cooked to perfection. Add it all back into the hot skillet so you can still have a sizzling skillet when it gets to the table. So I'm gonna start by heating it up and add in a little olive oil. If color equals flavor, we're in good shape. Each batch of chicken is only gonna take about 5 minutes to cook. We're building a great flavor base on the bottom of the pan, and that's what's gonna season our veggies. I'm gonna let that cook for about a minute or so before I toss it. The acid from these veggies is going to lift that up and coat the veggies. That's why we don't even need to season them before going into the skillet. You can add a little water to the pan to help lift all that flavor off the bottom. We're gonna cook these veggies until they're still crisp tender. So we just want a little bit of color, but we want them to kind of still have some texture to it. We've gotta have that restaurant effect. So the final step is to add your chicken back in with the peppers and onions. You can add in 1 to 2 tablespoons of water if you want to kind of help with that steamy sizzle and bring it straight to the table. How'd I do? Just like the restaurant. I love some shredded cheese, a little bit of pico, and a squeeze of lime. Gonna keep it simple. Going in. Tastes just like, if not better than what you get at a restaurant. These are so good, you've got to give these recipes a try. I'm telling you, it starts with the seasoning. No more store-bought stuff for you. How'd she do it? How did she do it?